We made it to week 13, renovating our original 1970s kitchen. Week 13, on the last video, we left off doing drywall. Basically, that's what's on the agenda this week, is the drywall. If you've missed any of our updates, they will be down below. We already have 12 weeks uploaded on our channel, and we have YouTube shorts. So if you wanna have a little binge watch and watch those, go ahead and do that. But yeah, I'm gonna do drywall today. Elvis is probably going to finish putting the panels in the back. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not looking forward to this. I don't have much energy today, but we gotta get done. We gotta get it done. It's crazy. And I really have been liking this window. I know that I said that I didn't like it or I didn't want it, but I really like it now. I can see our whole backyard. The drywall, now that the joint compound is super dry, I definitely have some areas of opportunities. There's a lot of dips right here, like they're not even. So with the third coat of joint compound, I'm really gonna get it to be a good consistency where I can spread, I can build, and then once that is done, I actually saw this trick, which I'll show you that later on, of how to skim coat the wall. I'm gonna get started. I really don't have much to say today. I do talk a lot, but I don't have a lot to say today. You can just tell that I was not looking forward to doing this whole drywall thing. It's not that it's hard, it's just very messy. And once you start, you're under a time limit, because once you mix this stuff up and you expose it to the air, you start working with it, it starts drying up, it's harder to apply, all of that. So once you start, you have to go. And I was just really stressing out about leveling everything. I know that you can fix that with sanding, but I really wanted to get a good foundation in along all of these seams. So yeah, it was just a lot and it was very messy, but I did come across this TikTok video of a guy that does drywall for a living, and he mentioned saturating a textured roller and just rolling the joint compound on the wall and then smoothing it out with the spatula. I don't know what all of this stuff is called. He mentioned doing it for skim coating, but I was like, let me just give it a try to just lay all of this thick on the wall to see how I can get it leveled. And oh my goodness, it really saved me, because the roller is textured. So when I was rolling the joint compound on the wall, it was obviously textured. And then when I went in with the scraper to smooth everything out, I was able to see the areas that were not leveled, because obviously the texture was still there. So I was able to slap more joint compound on there and then completely scrape off and have everything be as level as possible. I'm so over this. It's like each layer just gets harder and longer to do. So I really like that trick. It helped me visually see where I needed to add more, so it was leveled. So I'm super glad and happy that I saw that trick. I'm calling it quits. I'm not feeling this today, but at least I got all the seams. And the third coat, I don't know if it was very hard. I'm gonna have to do a lot of wet sanding, but I'm gonna go outside and clean everything up. This roller thing, I saw a TikTok on it. A guy that works in drywall, he did the whole roll it on specifically for skim coating, but I tried it here and it really worked out. I liked it. When I ran this through the wall, because of the texture of the roller, I was able to see where I needed to add more joint compound and even out the wall. So it was worth it, but I'm over this. Elvis is cutting the rest of the drywall for the frame of the door.
Tomorrow I can do that.
I got it on my hair and everywhere today, so. All right, time to clean up. So I went out to clean all of the tools and the supplies. That was so messy. I think that's the worst part about drywall, is cleaning up afterwards, because it's not so bad while you're doing it, but the cleaning part of it, and then you have to do it every single time you do a coat. And we didn't have all of the drywall put up, so I feel like we're doing double the work, because we're gonna have to keep bringing out the supplies and cleaning them. But I really wanted to get these layers out and done, because I just didn't want to waste time waiting around for all of the drywall to be put up. He finished putting the panels in the back wall where the window is, the drywall around the door, and then he started tapering the ceiling, which he did such a good job with it. He lowered the ceiling about a ½ an inch originally because the drywall panels were hitting the pipe. So he lowered the ceiling, but because we knocked that wall over, now the ceilings were matching up, and we thought about adding a beam, but a beam will just really close the room off because our ceilings are not tall at all. It will counteract the opening that we did by knocking down the wall. So we decided to just taper the ceiling, but Elvis did such a good job. You can't even tell that there's a slant. He went ahead from the backboards that he just started kind of like thinning out the boards that he had attached to float the ceiling. So they were like gradually going down, and it matched up the other ceiling perfectly. He did that. He did a good job. He tapered it. You can't even tell in person that there's a dip, that there's a slant or anything. So he did a really good job. He took his time with that. And that is basically all of the drywall put up. So all we have to do now is just the whole mudding, taping, skim coating, all of that. We scored big at Habitat for Humanity, and we got this corner. I think it was an entertainment center for $20. We were shocked. It's gonna go in the dining room. It's gonna tie in with the kitchen cabinets. We're gonna restore it. It's gonna be great. At the store, the price tag was $55. We went to go ring it up, and it turned out to be $20. These two pieces, this one stacks up on top of this one. It fits perfectly in the corner, and it's gonna house all of our game boards, all of that stuff we currently need some storage for. We're gonna paint it the same color as the kitchen cabinets. Since we knocked down that wall and opened up the room, it's gonna really tie it together because the kitchen island, we wanted an accent color. So Elvis right now is taping everything off because I'm gonna try out sandblasting for the very first time. I've never done it before, but I figured this will be the perfect piece to begin with because there's a lot of molding and crevices that the sandblasting will be really good for, and I'm excited because it seems like it's gonna be the easiest thing. This thing is in pretty good condition. The only thing is right here at the lip, we need to fill it in a little bit with some Bondo wood filler, and we're gonna change out the knobs. This is something that I wanna get into, furniture restoring, so if this turns out pretty good, we just might have ourselves a little side hustle over here. But yeah, we're gonna be using the Armex. I'll put it on the screen right here, which one we're gonna be using. We got it at Harbor Freight. I suited up and everything because I don't know how messy this is gonna be, and I don't wanna be getting crazy over here. I'm excited. This was a good find. So I have them all prepped, ready to go. I removed all of the hardware, all of the doors, the shelves. So we are ready to sandblast. This is what it looks like. I got it from Amazon. I am sad to report that this was the biggest waste of time, energy, and money. I don't know. It started off really good and really promising, but then I failed to realize that where we live, it is so extremely humid, and it was raining all day, and we're in the garage, so it's even more humid. The baking soda was just getting a lot of moisture. The grit, it was not very coarse, so it was just not doing the job quickly, and the baking soda was getting moisture, and it was just a whole mess, and it made such a mess. I don't even know why we didn't do this in the yard, to be honest. I don't know, but it's just one of those things that you don't know until you do it, and I'm pretty disappointed. I'm gonna have to figure out a different way to strip this furniture piece. I do want to sandblast it, but I think we have the wrong supplies. The baking soda solution is just not it. It's just, it's a hard pill to swallow when you do all of this, and it doesn't work out. But anyways, come back next Monday to see what we get up to with the kitchen renovation, to see if we touch this thing next week, if we do anything with it next year. Oh my gosh, I sure hope not. Next week, I'll share with you the layout that we're thinking for the kitchen. I'll give you a walkthrough while we do the boring part, which is the drywall, skim coating, all of that. So I'll see you next Monday. Thank you so much for watching. Before you leave, please leave a comment and a like, and I'll see you next episode.